Welcome back. I just got into the cabin. It's almost 10 o'clock right now, and it's a beautiful night tonight. We've got the strawberry moon out, the full moon of June. Let's take a look at it in just a second. And the whippoorwills are calling. Now, you guys, if you're longtime followers of the channel, you know I always used to start my channel off with the song of the whippoorwill. They're an endangered bird. They eat a lot of insects, and they've really been impacted by, fragmenting of habitat and things like that. I haven't heard them in a couple years here, and there's one calling behind the cabin like nonstop. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear it at all, but it's just like constantly like da 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 whippoorwill, whippoorwill, like nonstop, like probably like a breeding call or territorial call or things like that. So really, really cool to hear them. I've heard them off and on here at the cabin in the region, and it's just awesome to get here tonight and to hear them. Cabin's doing really well. No trees have fallen down on her yet. So it's really nice to walk around in the dark here at the cabin. A lot of people are freaked out by being in the woods at night, but I'm not. It's really lots of fun. And, you can hear lots of different things. Sometimes this time of year you hear migratory birds coming through, or you can hear the deer walking around kind of in the distance. And tonight hearing the whippoorwills, so how cool is that? Right away driving in, you can see the pines are having a bumper year of growth. Like, take a look at that. These are jack pine, but they're starting to get a bit stressed. You see how it's kind of bending there at the top? They'll kind of grow like that, but not been a lot of water here. Supposed to get rain tonight, but that never really happened. Trying to get closer to the whippoorwill sound, but I think it's a little bit off in the distance. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. Really need a parabolic mic for this channel. I really do. Doing a little mushroom foraging by night, and you can see some old reishi mushroom here. So we'll see. Hopefully this will fruit again this year, but this is all dried up stuff. Hard as a rock. So yeah, we'll wait a little later in the summer, see what we get. That old stump is literally right by the cabin. I'm this far away, so isn't that cool? Medicinal mushroom that close to the cabin. I'll do a little bit of mushroom hunting tomorrow, but I'm not thinking there's very much out there. Probably some dried up old stuff. What we really need is like a soaking rain, and then to go out a couple days after that and see what we find. And lots of beautiful trillium out here, and aster. Royce loves aster. There's the big leaved ones right there. Find some very tasty. Oh, there's a beautiful strawberry moon. Oh, it's so nice to have it back. Summer is just around the corner. There's certainly a ton of bugs out tonight, but what I'm also seeing are fireflies. So that's really cool. I saw like a few little green lights in the forest, and at first I get a little freaked out. I don't know, eyes, something flying around like an orb or whatever, me and Gary with our little, hack shack or whatever it's called, but no. Sounds like they're just little June bugs flying around, and there's also fireflies, which is really neat, and definitely lots of mosquitoes, but the black flies seem to have died down for the most part. And we have something nesting up in here. Very exciting. Might be a robin. I can't really tell in the dark. Amazing the things you find when you start looking around. Well, I'm going to leave Mama Bird for now. I'm going to head back inside, and the mosquitoes are getting to me. See you in the morning. Good morning. Well, it's a lovely day today in the low 20s. The bugs are really bad, so I've got my zipper done up really tight. It was kind of a night, like, it was unusual. There was a bit of wildfire smoke in the air, and the winds would just gust up like crazy, but didn't really get any rain, unfortunately. Really was hoping for that, but the wind was so strong, it was like banging the blinds against the ladder to the loft, so it was waking me up in the night. It's kind of crazy. And then, of course, as you can see behind me, the sun's up, but it's really hazy. Like, it's blue, but there's kind of like a reddish tint, if you can really appreciate that, to the sky this morning. And what that is wildfire smoke. It's actually, I was getting nervous last night. I thought it was coming from around here somewhere. But it's actually coming from Quebec. So there's a lot of fires now burning across the country. And we're getting the smoke now from the fires, on the Quebec side. So man, heart goes out to everybody. This is just such a crazy fire season. Anyway, so a little hazy today. Allergies are kind of bad because of probably because of the smoke irritation and stuff like that. And, well, allergy season. So, oh, the bugs, look at them all. But at least I think the black flies, oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. There's still some black flies out. and the dragonflies are out. So the dragonflies out though, they'll clean up the black flies in short order. But until then, I need to go get some bug spray. Well, I just mowed the grass and I'm gonna get my garden ready for the season. So let's take a look at it. So this is in my little potato plot from years ago, and that's one of the garden beds I picked up from Princess Auto. So put that one together. I also have the rectangular one as well, so we're gonna do this one today. I've got some black earth and sheep manure, and I do have some peat moss as well to put in there. And I've just got a few little things to put in. That's a lilac that's gonna go somewhere. But I've got a couple of tomatoes and some zucchini, and I'm gonna put some, I don't know, some seeds for beans in there today, and some starter onions. Nice to have the dragonflies zipping around my head. It means that the black flies are gonna be gone pretty soon. But boy, is it ever hot out here today. Oh my goodness, like it's supposed to be about 24 degrees air temperature, but in the sun it's just blazing hot. I don't know how my garden's gonna do. This field is pretty punishing, especially if we don't get any rain. I might be into trouble with it this year, but I think next week we're supposed to get some rain. So hopefully my little garden doesn't fizzle out and turn into crispy plants. Well, that's the nicest garden bed I've had at the cabin. So it's about a 12-inch bed, deep that is. So I can have a few things in here, and I've mixed everything up, so it looks really good. The soil here is sand, so I need to have a really nice mixture here. I need to have something that's going to retain the moisture, so that's why I put the peat moss in there. So what this took for this, and I'll link the product down below in the comments. This particular product took about 11 bags of black earth and 5 bags of sheep manure, and then probably 3/4 of a bag of the peat moss. So great. Hopefully that's the right ratio. It's better than what would have been here before. You see down here, this is the soil here. It's literally like dust, sand. I mean, I can barely grow potatoes in this. So dry. My rain barrel's only about 1/3 full. I did a repair earlier in the season, so they won't leak. Just really did a bit more silicone there. And it's got the system all primed and ready to go, but there's really not a whole lot of water here due to the drought. Just gonna soak this in there, get it all nice and wet. Best of luck. These are cherry tomatoes. Love them. Ta-da! This is it. I put some mulch on top and some tomato cages, so we're good to go. I'm really excited. Darn. Film you guys a sequence. And I lost my drone. Thankfully, it has a find me. Oh, it's broken. Oh no. Well. That's way too bad. Oh man. I love this thing. Oh, that's too bad. I was trying to get some nice shots there, the cabin and sort of the work I've been doing around here. And for whatever reason, it would not fly back. Like I was saying, fly back home. I tried to get it to go home. It wouldn't move. Kept going backwards. It's the first time it's really malfunctioned like that. Now, it is quite old for electronics. It's about 3 or 4 years old now, probably close to 4 or 5. So this is the first major catastrophic event I've had with it. It's actually done really well. I've been able to fix minor things here and there with propellers and whatnot. This one, maybe I'll be able to fix it. Probably look online, see if there's some little pieces there. If you can see, it's just that little part there that came detached. I don't know how to fix that, but it's off warranty, that's for sure. But I'm glad I found it. Really great software to help you find it. Beeps, and it basically leads you to the area by GPS, so it's pretty cool. In the video, you can see it just slapping through the trees here as it's coming down. But that's too bad. I've been slathering myself in this wilderness bug balm. One of my lovely subscribers got that for me. It's from Bancroft. It works amazingly well. Been slathering it on my face and my arms and my legs. You know, it's been out here working all day, and it's been awesome. So, you know, after that little catastrophe there with my DJI Mini, I'm going to go out now just to the bay just to clear my head and just take a look for some, you know, just some mushrooms and things like that. I doubt there's much out there right now. It's pretty dry. The woods are just rich with bird calls today. The vireos are out, and if you just heard that sound, the ovenbird, that teacher, teacher, teacher sound, that's just an awesome sound here in the summer. We also hear a lot of hermit thrushes as well. So yeah, whippoorwills last night, and ovenbirds and vireos today. Awesome. I think I even saw the eagle flying in the field a little bit earlier too, which is crazy. I love seeing the eagles here. Just nice to see them on their comeback. If anybody's looking for a native wild edible shade ground cover, bunchberry. This is a really good one. You can see in this area here, it's just everywhere in the forest. And the berries, you know, people can use making jams, a good pectin source and stuff like that. So beautiful woodland shade ground cover. This is what I was mentioning in earlier videos in this area. Fire risk, lots of dead wood in here. It's dry. Just takes a lightning strike to light that up. It's just dry as a bone. Lots of tinder underneath there, and a lot of trees are really hurting. So this is potential to be a big problem in this region of Ontario. All right, I had just about lost hope for mushrooms, but take a look below. Oh yeah. We have some oyster mushrooms. So we've got some here. Let's take a look over here. Oh yeah, see? With all this dry wood, lots of oysters are out. Look at fresh flushes. Oh man, yeah. Right over here. Nice. That's a little bit old. This looks pretty good. It's to get into them before the bugs get to them, especially with oysters. Let's just see here. What do we got? Oh, not bad, not bad. A little anise smell to them. So these are aspen oysters. These are great cooking, so I'm gonna get some. This is exciting, yay! This is really exciting. Beautiful, beautiful mushrooms. Wow, this tree's amazing. Let's look over here too. So many fresh little flushes on this log. It's amazing. So this is one of the ones that fell down during the Derico. Oh, this is so good. And how lucky am I to get to these before the bugs get to them. So good. And of course I have all these mushrooms, and I didn't bring my bag with me. I was totally like, oh, there's not going to be any around here. Didn't bring my basket, didn't bring my bag, nothing. So now I'm carrying these around. Oh man, this is exciting. I'm going to go on some of my other trails later and get more oyster mushrooms. Just down by the bay now, cooling off. Oh, what a nice day, and what a nice surprise getting those mushrooms. Makes up for my drone getting totaled in the woods. Gotta get by the breeze here. The bugs are starting to get a little bit thick again. But beautiful day. These are greening up everywhere. That's where the tornado went through last year, so it's a little thin in there, a little different. Just waiting to see if the eagles show up. Maybe, maybe not. I was going to take out the alpaca raft today, but it's a bit windy, so I might do it tomorrow. Hike in somewhere and plop her in the water and have some fun. I'm a little bit nervous about using it with fishing pole and stuff because, you know, whatever, it's an inflatable. You could damage it somewhat, so I think I'll just do some exploring for now and then use my canoe for fishing. Startled a grouse. They're displaying to me right now. I wonder if there's a nest. Oh, let's go take a look. She came out full fan. Oh yeah, there's totally a nest. Do you hear that? There's a nest in there. She's freaking right out. Better move on. Meowing like a cat. You can see here all the little tiny baby ones in the woods around me. So actually, it's not a nest. They're actually fledged and they're just kind of walking around. But mums protect them. I also see, I think, the male around as well. So, wow, I've never ever seen that display. Very, very unique. I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but just happened to come across a grouse and the young. Ooh, take a look at this one. Oh, this is awesome timing. Oh, yeah. Oh, beauty. These have just popped in the last day. Oh, yeah. All right, I gotta come back with my basket and get these. Ooh, they're prime as well. Well, I'm gonna make some burgers tonight, but I'm gonna also make some corn with potatoes. So I'm just gonna boil them up. I can't have a forest fire due to the forest fire ban, or the campfire ban right now. So I'm just gonna use my little propane cook stove. It's gonna be a delicious meal. So I'm not going to be using the oyster mushrooms tonight. I want to make a cream of mushroom soup. So I'm going to go get some more oysters tomorrow, and then I'll be making that. So I'm really excited for that. But tonight, burgers, corn, and potatoes, a typical summer meal. And there we go, cheeseburgers. And I just moved all the potatoes and corn over there. It's going to be good. And that's what it looks like all plated out. Let's get some toppings on there. Doesn't that look delicious? And other things I have are, I've got some chili sauce over here, mustard, and this Muskoka brand garlic sauce. This stuff is amazing, Canadian, and chipotle sauce. Now, this burger is delicious. Bon appetit. So the sun's going down, and Royce is starting to freak out. He went running around all the windows of the cabin and eventually jumped up on the chair and looked out this window. I can't really see anything, but he obviously picked up something. Just behind the cabin, there's a gully there. And if you guys remember, years ago, I had a trail cam down there. Lots of things move through there, including bears and deer and stuff. So he keeps alerting out this window. So you know how good his little sniffer is. There is definitely something there. Just listening to a beautiful veery bird calling earlier. But it stopped calling now, so it's not the bird that he's hearing. There's definitely something there. He was literally whining and like climbing on the chair, trying to get out the window. There's something out there. Well, it's a cool, buggy morning this morning. Black flies and mosquitoes are already out, hensing my hood back on again, nice and tight. So last night was a beautiful, quiet night. Did end up hearing something more in the gully. So after Royce freaked out last night, definitely heard more down there. Shone a flashlight and could see two little eyes. I don't know, maybe it was a deer, maybe it was a coyote. Fairly light on its feet, so probably a young deer. But I think that's why he was freaking out. There's lots of animals down in that gully just by the cabin. So I'm just going to make some breakfast. And now that I know that the oyster mushrooms are out there, I'm going out today with Royce and my basket, and we're going to get lots more. There are some other areas that I know where they have been in the past, so we're going to hit those areas up and get a basket full today because I really want to make that mushroom soup. So we'll go and do that today as part of our activities. Looks like my bench survived the winter. All the trees falling down kind of around here. It's just tinderbox in here. Look at that crane fly. Ooh. Eee, these things freak me right out. Looks like the bugs are starting to get at them. Literally waited 24 hours, not even. So let's get these cleared off the tree. This little bug here does a lot of damage to the oyster mushrooms. I mean, this is really helps me with ID even. They're just so tucked in those nooks and crannies eating this stuff. Thankfully, this seems to be pretty spared from the bugs. And we'll leave some on the tree just to put out some more spores. Also more up here too. And that freaks me right out. Look where that stick went. Wow, that was like a spear. I'm really lucky that did not go into his body. Oh boy. I've been thinking about getting those little Kevlar chest things for him that go, like the hunting ones that go underneath the chest and around. It's just he's hopping all over these sticks and things like that. After he had the Sterico, it's just kind of dangerous in the woods, so that was a close call there. One time he jumped up a log and almost landed on his belly on a stick. That would have been the end of it. So yeah, I'm really now thinking of getting one of those. Don't want to have an accident out here. And this is the final update on my logs. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? No. Are you kidding me? What? I think these are shiitake. What? What? I was going to give you the update that everything gone bad. Look at that. Oh my God, shiitake mushrooms from my logs. This has been forever trying to get these logs to grow. It is dry as a bone out, and I have 3 shiitake mushrooms. I'm so excited. I want to harvest these. Wow. And look, you can see where I've had a plug there, and it's like kind of popping out. Look at the mycelium under there. This is awesome. This is really good news. Oh yeah, look at it on this side too. Great. These are called the cold strain shiitake from Grow Mushrooms Canada. This is what they look like underneath. These ones unfortunately are pretty old. I missed it. But yeah, beautiful shiitake. This is exciting. And look at this. Mushroom day today. Ooh, this is some kind of slime mold actually. You see the tiny little network under there that's forming? It's very soft and squishy. Well, he's pretty tuckered out after mushroom hunting in the forest. And he just sort of took off after some deer, so he's exhausted. His nose is really strong now since I put him in scenting classes, and he's got his ribbons. Poor guy, I'm gonna get him inside. The bugs are really bad. Doing some fence work here, and look at a little baby woodpecker just fell out of the tree. Oh God. Oh, little fledgling. He'll be okay. I think he came out of this really giant aspen. This is huge. Probably a hole up in there somewhere. Poor guy just tidying up the old fence line here, and like this bird like falls out of the tree, nearly hitting me. Oh boy, hopefully its mom comes around. Just show you how old some of this fencing is that I'm clearing. Look at that, it's growing right into this cedar. It's too bad, but yeah, just kind of clearing the fence line here by the road. And lots of trees falling on it. All right, so I came back in to just take a look at my journals here. And it looks like July 20th, 2020 was when I finished up putting the shiitake and oyster mushroom plugs in. So it's taken almost 3 years to get a flush there from the shiitake. How cool is that? Last time I was at the cabin, I repainted all the trim for everything in here. Problem was there was stain coming through from, you know, the sap resin and stuff like that from the pine, but this product covered it. Let me show you what I used. And this is what I used to do that. The Seco Go Prime all-in-one primer, sealer, undercoater blocks stains, the water-based alkyd emulsion. So I think the results are pretty good. What do you guys think? Well, it's a windy, hazy afternoon. You can definitely smell the forest fire smoke today. Just gonna take it easy the rest of the day after tidying up the fence. Man, it was so exciting. All the things we saw this time, the grouse and the baby downy woodpecker, and my goodness, the logs are like fruiting the shiitake mushroom. It's amazing. So thanks so much for joining me for this lovely getaway here at the cabin. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.